I Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to the elect, this teaches word in all true faith and sincerity. And yeah, man, today I just want to get into a lesson on how the Lord is going to finally cut wickedness down, man. You know, because the prophecies had to be fulfilled. The words had to come to pass, man. You know, and the Lord, He allowed this devil to reach the climax of wickedness. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that before I start off with this right here, because the Lord, man, He's you know, this is the Lord's move. You know, it's not like the climax of the movie is going to be in the beginning, or the middle is going to be at the end, man. And wickedness had to come at its full peak, you know, so the Lord can cut it down. Just He's known as the husbandman, you know. So you plant a seed, you can't just you ain't gonna eat no green banana, man. You know you're gonna wait till that fruit gets ripe, where you can pluck it, you can harvest it, man. You know. So this is Revelations. So like this is Revelations chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities." Yeah, so these Edomites, man, so-called white man, have done every possible wicked thing you could ever do, man. Not think of do, because Jake, you only got a hype on thinking about something wicked to do. With Esau, he go all out with it, and guess what? He even using so-called those taxes that you get cut out your check. He using that to help forward his wickedness, man. And these labs doing DNA splicing, cloning, just all type of madness. You know, making a man pregnant. Just all types of madness, man. Well, guess what? That had to come to pass, man. Lord, the what the scripture said, her sins reached unto heaven. So you think that's just the height of it's a lot of things these devils have done that you wouldn't even think of, man. You know. So let's see. Because like I was saying earlier, that wicked seed had to grow to its fullness, man. And we're at that point now here in America. That's why this place, America, known as Babylon, guess what? But it's also known as Egypt, Nineveh, Sodom. Because guess what? It's all these things brought up to one. Like Egypt, they was on a certain level of wickedness. Babylon was on a certain level of wickedness. The the uh, uh, the Roman Empire, they was up there. But America is all rolled up to one. This is the height of wickedness, man. And this is the time when the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna return and chop that down, man. You know. So this is Second Ezra chapter 4, and see, bear with me. I can see if I can find a good point. Let's see. I started at verse 28 because Ezra, man, he asked a lot of questions, man. He asking the angel how long these, if you read it, you asking the angel Uriel, when this stuff is going to end, man. And so let's get that in verse 28. It says, Second Ezra 4:28. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the discretion is not yet come." Yeah, because the descriptions had to be fulfilled, man. You know, it was wickedness. That's why the Lord said He's long suffering, man. Because the Lord, He delights in judgment. And in America should have been very long out the picture, man. Yeah, I mean, but He's long suffering. The scriptures had to come to pass. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then it cannot come that is sown with good. For the grain of evil have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time. So yeah, there's that time. It was already, I think he was on the Babylonians, I believe. But that was straight wickedness, man. Babylonians, what they had the so-called Christmas, all that madness was going on, man. Sacrificing their children in fire and all that. That's straight madness. And guess what? It's even worse in this time, man. It's even so much more worse in this time, man. So it lets you know how much that seed of wickedness have grown. You know, it says and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of the threshing comes? See, the time of the threshing, man. It says, see, so that lets you know, man. You know, you you continue to ask how long, man. And guess what? That lets you know that we're in that time. We're in the time of the end now, man. Scripture also tells you that the books were open. Yeah, because now the Lord has, you know, starting with the apostles and elders on down to open our eyes and understand these scriptures. For it is time now, man. Even though the Lord put these men through certain things, you can read about the history, but the prophecies, man. Now is the time, man. You know, that would be, now we can understand the book of Daniel, the book of Jeremiah, those prophecies, man, because this is the time of that threshing is coming, man. It's the time for the harvest, man. You know, it says, he says, ponder now by thyself how great, it's like it says, ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of the evil seed have brought forth. It says, and when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? So yeah, the point was that really from the time of Adam when Eve see Adam fell to Eve, that seed of wickedness was planted in the earth, man. You know, and now is that is at its height now, man. And so this is the time where the Lord's gonna come in and chop it down, man. You know, because He's known as the husbandman. You know. So let's see. Let's get Joel chapter 3 and verse 13. It says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The flats overflow, for the wickedness is great." Yeah, so this is the time, man. America, this is the height of wickedness, man. You know, if you ain't hastening today, man, you're gonna go down with it as well, man. This is the height of wickedness, man, and the Lord. That's why we continue to cry out to you. How about Shema Shai, Ezekiel 9th chapter, man, for the abomination that's done in the midst, man. Because there's nothing but wickedness here, man. You know, and when using that sickle, that scythe, that's not a uh, uh, what's the word I want to use? So like it's not I don't want to say pleasing, but it's not no no smooth type of thing, man. You using that sight, man. You righteous. You really going at it, man. That sickle, man. You know. In fact, let's get there. We can just end it off with that in Revelation the 14th chapter. Because, hey, man, it's gonna be a time where the Lord is gonna end all this, man. That fruit of wickedness is ripe, man. It's to the point where it's gonna fall out the tree. You know what I mean? You know. So this is Revelation chapter 14, and verse 14 says, "And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and his hand a sharp sickle. Yeah, because it's that time now, man. It's that time, you know. It says, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Yeah, so that lets you know, because, matter of fact, let's get that in Job, because, you know, it's the Lord, he got certain times where he gonna do things, man. And he got a time where that it's gonna be time to reap. Where this so called white man, his kingdom is gonna go down, man. This Job, let's see where is that. Now with me, I can. This Job chapter 14 and verse 5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Yeah, the it says his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Yeah, when that time is right, man, he had appointed a bound that he cannot pass. That's that fruit that's just hanging on the tree. It's gonna hang on there too long, so long, man. When it's ripe, it's gonna fall off, man. You know, and that's how it's gonna be with this place, starting out with America, but this whole beast system, man. The whole Edomite rulership, man. You know, we in that time where this is almost over with, man. You know, it's a song by the Isley Brothers, called "The Harvest," man. Which which the hook is, when would there be a harvest, man? You know, cause that's what we're waiting on, man. For the Lord to come, to plug us out of this place and to burn the rest, man. You know, it's that. Matter of fact, I think that's in. Let me see. Is that Matthew the 25th chapter? Let me get that. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Yeah. Let's see. Bear with me. I can. Let's see. What I thought it was Matthew 25, but I just get to the point, the wheat and the tares, man. And guess what? The wheat's gonna be gathered up into the barn, but with the tares gonna be separated and burned, man. You know. So hey, that's the time that we're in. I'm gonna continue on to this Revelation the 14th chapter. It says Revelation 14 and 16. It says, "And he that sat on the clouds thrust in the sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came from the altar which had power over fire, and cried aloud and cried to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High." And what's the wrath? Is those missiles, man. The great wrath. Cause hey, man, that's that. Because man, the missiles, man, that's gonna change the whole world, man. The planet Earth in itself. Cause these devils, they talking about climate change. And all this. Well, guess what? The air is polluted, the water is polluted. When the Lord, how about Shemel Shah, he judged this place, America, by the way of those missiles, and the other places is going to get hit by missiles as well. That's gonna clean the earth, man. That's gonna cleanse the air, man. You know, cause hey, the Most High, how about Shemel Shah is perfect, man. Tells you that in Isaiah. Lord willing, I'm gonna do a lesson on that. It tells you that the earth is clean dissolved. So those missiles is gonna cleanse this place, man. You know, is the the land of America is not gonna be able to be inhabited But the whole world, the earth itself, the air, is going to be cleansed by the way of those missiles, man. You know. So yeah, Aki, man, I just hope that we edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders in the great millstone. Shalom to the elect that sees word and I'm true sincerity. DTA, Abad, Babal. Shalom.